Hey guys, welcome back. It's Alex. I've been away for 2 weeks. I haven't done any videos. We were on vacation and we got back from vacation. Work was crazy. So today's going to be a little bit of a different video. We're going to kind of review some topics, some things that I've seen the past week. So I think is concerning and I think that any buyer and seller should be aware of. So let's get started. So we were on vacation in Mexico. We had a chance to talk to a lot of Americans who were also on vacation. And me being interested as to what's happening with the trade tariff war, what do Americans actually think without having to read the news and kind of read about what they think? I asked a few Americans, about 5 or 6 couples over the week span. And so people were a little bit shocked. Thankfully, a lot of individuals understand how the tariffs work. They don't favor anybody in the country that is putting up the tariff. And so I think a lot of Americans are just as surprised as we are. That's a good thing. Now, what is happening in February? February, we got some crazy numbers. Let's get into it. I'm going to put them up somewhere here on the screen. So in the GTA, listings active went up by 76%, 19,356 listings. That's a lot of listings. So what is happening? Now, my take, a big influential factor is, of course, the Trump trade tariff war. I think Trump has done so many executive orders in this short period of time, and there's so much speculation, and so many people are so worried about becoming the 51st state, having to lose their job, that of course buying a house has been put on the back burner. However, in that month, we had 4,037 sales. So there's still individuals who are looking to buy real estate. And I think that despite, this is my profession, of course, and look, I benefit from, real estate doing well, but here's my perspective. Of those 4,037 people who bought real estate, they probably got good deals. And the reason why I say that is because, look, when there is a market full of fear or full of greed, we know how greed works because we saw what happened in COVID. Things became really expensive and you had to act really quickly to buy a very expensive asset. Where there's a lot of fear, there's not a lot of competition. And of course, rates are coming down. How much will rates come down, for example, in 2025? Questionable. I think it's questionable. I think that if Trump just focuses on America and not so much on the tariffs, I think that we will see Bank of Canada reduce rates by 0.25 this upcoming week. And there's a lot of articles that talk about at least 100 basis point cut by summer. So we'll see. I mean, talking about what ifs is impossible. However, one thing I did notice, which is very interesting, is that the average TREP price has gone up from November. And I think that this kind of cements the idea that people will hold firm on pricing after they even cut pricing from what they thought it was going to sell. And people typically will just wait. If they can't sell it, and this is from my experience, they don't sell it. They just wait for the market to come back. And history has proven that time in, time again, timing the market for those peaks is very hard. But if you try listing your property 3, 4, 5 times, sometimes it will work. Okay. Now, the other thing that is very alarming to me, when you look at Toronto market stats, so for example, Steele's up to Lake Ontario, there was an increase of 55% of listings, and sales went down 21%. So I think one of the best lessons that real estate agents, mortgage brokers, not the banks, because the banks already know this, and especially the people are getting today is how important and influential politics are. Because you see, we are in a market where since the summer rates have been cut very slowly, and more or less before Trump became into power, market was steadily improving. Now the market is sort of, market's sort of in this like deer in headlights moment where people don't know what to do. And the reason why I think that's not going to go away in the course of 2 to 3 months is because Trump is very irrational in his decision making, and he kind of makes a promise and then changes his mind. So I think that's going to keep people a little bit more hesitant to make any real decisions. But having said that, decisions are still being made. And I think that the individuals who are studying the markets, who know the markets well enough, are doing really well in terms of what they're buying. Now, the thing about headlines and average is that I don't think it tells a full story. And I want to give a quick example of what we came across with our team this week. So we sold a property off market exclusive. And we were able to sell it within essentially 1 day of getting it ready to hit the market. And what we found is in the area of Patterson, this is in Vaughan, from where Thornhill Woods starts all the way up to Teston Road, for those of you who are living in Toronto, probably know the area. When you're looking at a price point of 1.5 to $2 million, detached, single car garage, there's no inventory. And surprisingly, there are buyers. And buyers are in a situation where they feel like, wow, I finally have the market on my side. However, there's no inventory to buy. And so, what do you think buyers are doing? Well, buyers are sending out their agents to door knock, trying to have people who are living in the area list their homes. So, we always look at every market where we're listing and selling. Right now, in particular, we have a lot of listings up in the Vaughan area and in downtown core. So, we're looking at both markets. And I can tell you that very important. If you are a buyer in today's market, you need to understand what is happening with supply and demand because the fact of that the listings are up by 65%, it doesn't necessarily help you navigate the market. So you want to know about your exact niche market, how much inventory is coming in, how much inventory is coming out. That's what we call absorption. So these are just some of my thoughts. I think that if again, if the states focus on the states and Canada can focus on Canada, and hopefully we have an election at some time soon, I think that we will see a flourishing potential March and even April, May market. Because I think what's happening with the trade tariff war, we're kind of starting to push the March market or spring market a bit further out. And that's fine because there's still plenty of time. The one thing that I am keeping track of is I'm talking to my mortgage broker, my connections in the bank, and they're all telling me the same thing. People are applying for mortgages. People are trying to understand what is their current asset worth and how much can they buy with their income. And so that's happening on the back end, but those numbers are not coming in yet because people are, of course, scared. And that's normal in today's market with today's conditions. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, comment below. Peace.